How's it going, ladies and Bruce's? I'm Bobby Sixkilla. Welcome back to Corpse Factory. We're in the mall, as we said at the end of the last one, where our first character that we were playing as got fired before she died. I don't know if that's going to come back, if that's going to be relevant, because I don't think that our character knows that she killed that character, or maybe that's in the future. I don't know. We'll see. My current charger gave up on me at midnight, and now my phone is running dangerously low on life power. Life power? I tried plugging into different outlets. I tried plugging into my laptop, but nothing I did gave my device even the slightest amount of charge. Oh, you didn't spring for that official cable, huh? I thought for sure I had a spare charger lying around, but I turned my apartment inside out trying to find it. Couldn't even find the right type in my drawer of burner phones. So either the charger has died, which is the best case scenario, or my phone has become faulty. I hope the latter is not the case because I really can't afford to purchase a new one. Getting it repaired is out of the question. I refuse to hand it over to somebody for a day or two and go without it. So I'm hedging my bets on the issue being with the charger. If I can buy a new one, all my problems will be solved. This is what I tell myself as I scurry through the crowded mall, dodging left and right to avoid careless people trying to bump into me. I know there's an electronics store around here somewhere. Even a discount store will probably have a budget charger that'll still fit my device. I just want to find what I'm looking for and get out of this place. As I blindly navigate the area, I think back to last night when I first noticed my phone was no longer charging. I'd been browsing through the obituary news feeds, searching desperately for any sign of my victim's demise. No clues came up. There were countless new obituaries, of course. This is a big country and people die every day, but very few matched the description of my victim. The obituaries that did match had photos included, but none of them looked remotely like the twin woman. It was dead end after dead end. I might have to just accept the fact that this latest request will go unfulfilled. But accepting it makes me angry. Very, very angry. I find myself stomping through the mall more often than simply walking. A few people glance at me, but I don't pay heed. I wanted that woman to die. I wanted her twin sister to rejoice or despair at the fate that befell her own flesh and blood. I wanted her to feel the fear of seeing her own corpse in a photo. I wanted her to feel the cold and clammy hands of death tugging at her skirt, whispering to her, inviting her to spiral down and down and down and down and down. To spiral down and just die. To give up, to die, to spiral down, to die. To spiral out of control. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. I wanted her to die. Spiral down, down, down.
Why didn't you die?
Why are we having a mental breakdown in the middle of a shopping mall?
Why didn't you die?
My head is foggy. My senses blurred. My face hot. My hands cold. I repeat the mantra through gritted teeth.
Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die? Why didn't you die?
I fall to my knees and scream at the top of my lungs. That's definitely
Why didn't you die?
That's definitely going to attract some attention.
Why didn't you fucking die?
What the hell?
Damn, she's having a full meltdown.
Can we get a security guard down here, please? Die, 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 die!
Yep.
Is she going to kill somebody?
Probably.
Mom, I'm scared. I'll kill her. I'll find her. I'll find her. I'll find her.
I taste blood in my mouth. My tongue is numb. My teeth chatter. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll find that twin bitch. I'll kill him myself. I'll kill him myself. I'll kill him myself.
I'll kill her. I'll kill her.
All right. That's enough.
Yeah, that's fair. A strong hand pulls at my shoulder and my face hits the ground hard. My arms are restrained behind my back and all I see in my blurry vision is the checkered, tiled floor of the mall.
You're coming with me.
My limp form is tugged backward and my head lolls to the side. I shut my eyes and let the blackness envelop me. Oh, nice computer. A stinging cold ice pack bites against my cheek and rudely awakens me from my stupor. I don't know where I am. I don't remember why I'm here. But the sudden chill spreading across my face is nice, almost soothing. I realize that somebody, a tall man, is holding the ice pack to my cheek, and he motions for me to take hold of it myself. I reach a sluggish hand to grab the ice pack and continue to press it against my skin. The man walks around the chair I'm seated in and stands behind a simple wooden desk to face me.
You can imagine my surprise when I recognized you.
Oh my god, it's our neighbor.
Huh?
Opening my mouth in an attempt to talk causes a dull ache in my jaw.
I apologize for treating you so roughly.
I think it was definitely warranted. You're okay.
The only reason I haven't called for the police is because I want to give you the opportunity to calm down and explain yourself.
This guy, I know him, but from where? Oh, of course. It'll take me some time because I'm not used to seeing the security uniform. This is Kenji Agawa, the very same guy who lives in my apartment building. The nice guy who greets me in the stairwell. The father of sweet little Momo.
Mr. Ogawa?
Ah, so you are completely out of it.
Where am I?
This is the mall security office. You caused quite a scene, Nariko.
A scene?
You don't remember. Well, give it some time. I'm sure it'll come back to you.
I try to think hard about the circumstances that led me here. I remember something about visiting the mall to buy a phone charger, but I don't think I ever found the store I was looking for. Some kind of anger or fear or something. Some familiar primal emotion got the better of me.
Listen, Nariko. I've always thought you were a sweet girl. And Momo looks up to you, you know. Please, tell me that you're just not feeling well. Please tell me the things you were screaming aren't true.
The things I was screaming. An image of a smiling woman flashes in my mind. A twin woman with beautiful features and lovely hair. The victim, the one who didn't die. That's right. I remember now. I lost my cool. I became so overwhelmed with frustration that she didn't die. I must have broken down and unleashed my anger here, right in the mall. Stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah. This is all because I went outside. I went somewhere I don't normally go. I'm usually fine about going to the office. It's familiar. The convenience store is fine too. In fact, my whole meticulously planned morning routine rarely bothers me. But the shopping mall, what was I thinking? I hadn't been keeping up with my medication. And even if I was on top of it, going somewhere out of my comfort zone is always a risk. I need to start regulating my intake. Taking a pill or two every other day, or when I feel like it, isn't going to help me. Skipping days at a time and just popping a few in my mouth when I need to leave the house isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to follow the guidelines. I need to keep a strict schedule of when I take what. Damn it, Nautico. I'm supposed to be calm at all times, stoic, unflinching Nautico. What the fuck am I doing?
Nariko, you still look a bit flustered. Do you want to lie down for a bit before talking to me?
No.
Okay. Well, do you want to explain what happened?
No.
Huh. I never took you for a troublemaker. Please, Nariko. I'm begging you. Don't make me call the police. You were screaming about killing somebody. You were manic. You can't just act like that in public. You scared 100 people just trying to make their way through the mall. You scared me.
A knock at the door causes Kenji to flinch.
Ogawa, may I enter?
Yes. Please come in, Mr. Fujikawa.
The metal door separating the security room from the real world opens with a screech. A broad, intimidating man enters the small room and displaces all the air inside. I feel like I'm gonna suffocate.
This her?
Yes, sir. She's calm now.
Indeed.
The man, who seems to be some sort of detective, looks me up and down with a sour expression.
Miss, your name?
I don't answer him.
I see.
Sir, if I may, this is Nariko Kurosawa. She's an acquaintance.
Is that so? An acquaintance? Well, that speaks volumes about your personal life, Ogawa.
That's rude.
Sir.
Leave us be. I wish to talk to her.
Yes, Mr. Fujikawa.
Kenji bows, his grim smile cracking under fear as he exits the room. The detective, or whatever he is, towers over me. He pulls out a badge from inside his jacket and flashes it at me.
My name is Fujikawa. I'm a detective, an investigator, for the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. You must understand that we take death threats very seriously in the police force.
Huh? Excuse me, but Kenji said he didn't call the police.
You were flipping out in the middle of the mall. Someone probably did.
Kenji? Ah, Ogawa. Well, never mind what he said. I was here already in regards to another case. I happened to witness your little outburst. Ogawa was kind enough to allow me a moment to interview you personally.
Right. So, what do you want to talk about?
Listen, if I were in your shoes, I'd drop the sardonic act. I have reasonable grounds to arrest you here and now.
Sounds fair. His voice drips with pure venom. This guy isn't joking around. I squirm a little in my seat and remove the cold ice pack from my face.
Now, Miss Kurosawa, would you please explain to me who you are threatening to kill?
A wave of dread washes over me as the reality of my current situation starts to sink in. If I don't fly straight and narrow here, I might be in for a world of trouble.
I apologize for my actions. I wasn't feeling like myself earlier. I regrettably skipped my medication recently.
Ha. The medication excuse. I'll play along. Were you hallucinating then?
No, sir. Not exactly.
I need to come up with something quickly, or I'm not getting out of here anytime soon.
See, I recently had an altercation with a coworker about a guy we both like.
The detective rolls his eyes at me.
Go on.
I guess I was a little upset about our fight, and really, we're actually quite good friends, so I think a combination of that and missing my medication caused me to get a little too upset and say some things I don't really mean.
Mm-hmm. And how do I know you're not dangerous? Are you carrying any weapons, Miss Kurosawa?
Weapons? No, of course not.
I see. Well, you're going to have to permit me to search your belongings. You understand that I can't allow you to leave until I have established that you're not a threat, right?
The detective lurches forward and roughly grabs my handbag.
Hey!
He tears it open and rummages around inside. I'm somewhat relieved that I'm traveling light today. I even left the 2 books I'm reading at home, luckily. He finds nothing of interest in the bag, save for one thing, my phone. He taps the screen, toggles the power button, and smacks the phone against his open palm.
Is this broken?
I realise that the last drop of battery power must have finally drained. I'm probably lucky for that fact. If he found certain things on my phone, I might be in trouble. It's not like I keep corpse photos on there. That's what my collection of burner phones is for. But there are certain things that would be incriminating if they fell into his hands. My noise chat log with Kojiro, for starters. And then there are those images of Aoi and Tomoe, and that famous singer that her phone hacked and her private photos uploaded to the net. Aoi knows that I have her photos. She's okay with it. Tomoe doesn't know about hers. Now it'd be hard to explain. The singer, on the other hand, was part of a big scandal a few months ago. Probably half of Japan has seen her photos. Still, I'd rather keep my personal matters completely private. I don't want this arsehole looking into my affairs.
The battery is dead, sir.
Where is your charger then?
I don't have one with me.
He grunts and throws the phone to me, and I barely manage to catch it with my brittle, skeletal, clumsy fingers.
Wait here. I need to make a call.
He leaves the room unceremoniously, and I hear the scraping shriek of a steel deadbolt locking the formidable door behind him. I breathe out and try to calm my nerves. I look down at the phone in my hand and see my mirror image counterpart peering at me in the black reflection. I don't look as good as I normally do. My makeup is smudged, which is strangely becoming more and more common for me. I think I've gained some weight. My gaunt face seems fuller, somehow, and my prominent cheekbones are softer. This girl staring back at me, she's not wholly familiar. Is this Noriko Kurosawa? Is this Corpse Girl? I look like some aberration, some sickening concoction of myself and some person I don't fully recognize. I don't understand how I could have gained weight. I've been eating less. Maybe the canned coffee I consume religiously contains more calories than I realize. I need to cut down immediately. A sour taste rolls around on my tongue and I swallow it reluctantly. I feel ill at the sight of myself. The steel door swings open and Fujikawa stomps in like an angry toddler.
Well, the precinct claims you don't have a prior record, Miss Kurosawa. That's good news for you, I'm sure. But it's a fucking pain in the ass for me.
I flinch at his apparent anger and recoil slightly in my chair.
You're free to go. However, I'll remember you. Another incident like this, and I'll have you in for a psychological assessment faster than you can blink.
I can do nothing but nod as a wave of relief washes over me.
Get your things and get out of here. Oh, and for the love of God, go eat something. You look like a starving child.
Fujikawa spins on his heel with force and once again leaves me sitting alone. I take a minute to collect my thoughts before picking up my belongings and shoving them into my handbag. As I leave the security office, I spot Kenji standing outside the door. He bows his head meekly.
Take care, Noriko.
Yeah.
He doesn't lift his head as I walk away. If I was him, I'd keep my daughter away from me now. Just saying. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her. Weak of flesh and weak of will. Weak, weak, weak. Noriko can't control her emotions. Noriko can't face the world outside without the help of peppy pink pills. Noriko, Noriko, Noriko. She keeps calling herself that. I keep calling myself that. But I'm more than that. More than her. I'm corpse girl. I'm bigger than the frail body before me. What looks matter in the grand scheme of things? What does my ego matter? I want to be beautiful, thin, gorgeous. Kojiro called me gorgeous. It made me feel good. But that doesn't matter. None of it matters. Corpse girl matters. She will succeed and the world will continue to spin. I need to gain weight. Or lose weight. I need to look like Aoi, with his small frame and cute features, and that bust that's too hard to look away from. I need to look like Tomoe, with her fuller figure, her obscene fashion sense, and those oddly beautiful eyes that she doesn't deserve. I need to look like Yuriko, with her bad haircut, terrible piercings, and trashy clothes. I need to look like Mother, who was just like me and Yuriko combined, but with vacant eyes that used to be sparkling and clear but now just glaze over whenever you try to talk to her. I need to look like Noriko, with her dark hair and her intense gaze and her healthy, acceptable frame. I don't need to look like this skeleton, this living corpse. I don't need to look like this physical embodiment of hunger and longing and lust and fear and stress and anxiety and uncertainty and ambition and exhaustion.
Fuck you.
I curse at the mirror and spit on my own reflection.
Fuck you.
I clench my fists until my nails dig and tear and pierce my flesh, letting blood trickle between my knuckles and drip down to the carpet.
I don't want to be you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you. I'm better than you.
But I am you. I am Corpse Girl. It's what I've always wanted. It's the sense of belonging that I always sought. It's that feeling of home that I reclaimed after home was lost. After Mother moved and Yuriko got put on ice, and after I found this apartment that felt so strange at first. This is who I am.
I love your hair, your eyes. I love you. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave.
I raise 2 fingers to my mouth and kiss them gently, then press them against the mirror.
I love you. Don't ever change.
It might be time to see our therapist. I'm thinking. To my absolute delight, I woke up this morning feeling really refreshed. I was worried that my temporary incarceration at the mall would continue to stress me out today. Thankfully, my fears were unfounded. I spent the early morning cleaning up my room, and had to use some elbow grease to get a few specks of blood out of the carpet, and to clean a bit of lipstick off my mirror. I even took my medication with a tall glass of water, and I didn't skip the pills that I don't like this time. It'll be some time before I feel stable, maybe even a few weeks, but the fact that I'm already taking steps forward has done wonders for my mood. Today's the day to stay inside and work on me. I can't have another incident like yesterday. I can't break down in public and put myself at risk. I can't break down at home again and feed on my insecurities and anxieties. I need to be strong, for Corpse Girl, for me. With my room now clean, I decided to spend a little time tidying the rest of my apartment. As I work, I make myself a new mental checklist of commitments, Nautica's promise list, if you will. Commitment number 1, I'm going to lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their I'm not going to lose my shit if a victim doesn't meet their demise. Just because that twin woman didn't kill herself doesn't mean I'm a failure. I had 3 successes before her, and I'll have more successes again. I just need to try harder, work harder, refine my methods and keep moving forward. And I'm not a dead end yet. I have a trick up my sleeve. After all, Kojiro's connection to the morgue may very well be the ace I need to win. Commitment number 2, I'm going to improve myself. I won't say that I'll fix myself. I'm not broken. Not yet. I'm going to improve. I'll keep up with my medication. I'll keep up with my social life. That means keeping in touch with the new friends I have. The few friends I have, Aoi, Shinya, and even Tomoe. I'm going to eat a little more. Not much more, because I want to stay slim, but enough to give me more energy, more motivation. I don't want to be weak anymore. Commitment number 3, the last one. I'm going to get over Aoi. I love her. I've loved her since high school. In those days, she always stood by me. My insecurities and anxieties never pushed her away. She knew that what I was going through, what I still go through, and she could relate to me. She has her own compulsions and anxiety to deal with, so I can't lean on her like I used to. Instead, it's my turn to help her out. But I will move on from obsessing over her. She isn't ready for a relationship, and she explained all of her reasons why when she rejected me so long ago. Clinging to the hope that one day we'll be together isn't good for my current state. I need to be moving on, moving forward. I need to let go. She is and always will be my dearest friend. I'll always love her, but I will let her remain as simply my friend, and I will find someone else to call a lover. This last commitment makes me feel like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Instead of obsessing over Aoi, spending countless nights lying in bed looking at her photos, thinking about her at odd hours of the day. Instead of all that, I'll be able to move on. Even if it takes some time, I'll find someone who wants to be with me. There are plenty of fish in the sea, as they say. I can't say there's anyone in particular I have my eye on just yet. My social circle is pretty limited after all. Shinya is a guy I'm simply not interested in. There's no spark there, and there never will be. Tomoe, as irritating as I find her, is oddly alluring to me. I don't like her clothes or makeup, or the whole aesthetic that she's built for herself, but some part of me would kill to spend a passionate night with her. Then there's Kojiro, that weird, awkward, strange alien creature that I just can't wrap my head around. He said I'm gorgeous. He really said that. But he's too weird. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would stalk you and stab you if you ever broke up with him. For now, I can't think of anyone I would seriously pursue, but I'll give it some time. I have all the time in the world. I find myself smiling as I finish tidying up the apartment. Having a nice, clean place to live really does help lift the spirits. Unfortunately, I still haven't managed to get rid of that lingering scent of mold that always wafts around. It's a musty odour that seems to be ingrained in the very walls of the apartment building, for at least as long as I've lived here. I know it's not coming from my apartment because it's pretty easy to smell from downstairs too, and as far as I can tell, my place is completely mold-free. I might not be the best at cleaning, but if nothing else, I keep disgusting mold out of my home. Still, the occasional odour aside, my place is clean and cozy now. I lay down on the couch and stretch my body, letting my taut muscles stiffen and then relax. The day is still early, and it feels good that all my chores are already complete. The icing on the cake is the fact that Corpse Girl has 2 new requests sitting patiently in her inbox. I logged in earlier and saw them, but decided to sort out my cleaning first. Now I can reward myself by spending the rest of the day working on the new requests. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect. 2 requests to work on is better than I could hope for, and I'm sure at least one of these new victims will fall. My positive attitude will go a long way to ensuring my success this time. Unable to restrain myself anymore, I snatch up my laptop from its charging point next to the couch. I flip open the lid and gaze at the photos that I downloaded earlier. My 2 new victims. Fresh blood. The first is an older male, maybe in his 50s, typical businessman type. He might as well be a clone of every other nondescript man you see on the subway, at the supermarket, on TV. If I had to guess, I'd take a leap and say his miserable wife wants him out of the picture. Maybe she's unhappy with their finances, or she's having an affair, or she's just tired of his clone face and his clone personality. Regardless, someone wants this unremarkable man removed from the face of this unremarkable world. The second victim is much, much more interesting. 2 things struck me as noteworthy about this photo. Firstly, the cleavage, of course. Secondly, the image is a photograph of a photograph. Somebody has snapped a picture of an actual physical photo and uploaded it to the site. The photograph is in good condition, as though its owner values it above all else. A signature is scribbled across it in white ink. It's an autographed photo of someone who is perhaps moderately famous. I don't recognize the woman in question, and the signature is such a mess that I can't make out even a single kanji in her name. Regardless, I'd be willing to bet that a disgruntled fan is requesting her death. If she's an idol or a singer or an actor, it wouldn't be unheard of for something like this to happen. A fanboy gets to meet her a few times, they shake hands at events, whatever. He asks her out and she politely declines. And then the obsession begins. If the fanboy can't have her, no one can. Kill her. Kill her. Well, that's the theory I've slowly pieced together as I examine some of the finer details of the photo. The reasons behind the request don't matter. They never matter. I'll kill them all the same. I'm going to work on the woman's photo first. I'll timestamp her photo with tomorrow's date, and I'll send it to her this afternoon. That should give her about 24 hours to give up on life and light herself on fire. Maybe I'll do the same with the businessman. I'll give him a timestamp set to 24 hours from when I send the photo. It'd be kind of fun to schedule 2 deaths to occur around the same time. It'll make tomorrow a very exciting day. With my goal set, I load up the database of the deceased and get to work. I'm rather proud of myself today. During my morning routine, I made sure to take my medication in the correct doses. I even washed it down with water. I didn't even interfere with my strict schedule. I still managed to catch the usual train. I got to the convenience store at the usual time, and I arrived at the office without a hitch. If I can keep up this dedication, this commitment to improving myself, I know I can be stronger than ever, strong enough to fulfill Corpse Girl's ambitions. I greeted both Shinya and Tomoe when I came into the office, and even made small talk for a few minutes. Since the day is nearly ended now, I'm going to make an effort to chat with them again before heading home. Being social will help me get through this. That's what Aoi used to tell me anyway, at least before she stopped being social herself. It's about 5:45 PM, and although both of my latest victims should have killed themselves by now, I don't feel the need to obsessively check for their obituaries. I have a news alert set on my phone, of course. If it uncovers anything, I'll be notified, but even if it doesn't, I won't stress out. I'm playing it cool. Cool, stoic, unflinching Nordico. The drone in the office always reaches its nadir at this time in the evening. And it's actually quite pleasant being able to sit in the quiet environment and feel the soft breeze of the air conditioner against my skin. I like to take this time to slowly pack away my things and get ready for the journey home. As I take off my headphones and stretch my arms, Tomoe approaches me with a spring in her step.
Yo, what up, slut?
About a week ago, I would have taken Tomoe's greeting as an insult. Now that I know her a little better, I can tell she's actually being affectionate. Despite any differences we may have had once, she really seems to have warmed up to me lately.
Hello. How did your day go?
Same old. What about you?
It went well, thanks.
Good to hear. Shinya and I are supposed to go out tonight, but
What's wrong?
hasn't he seemed, kinda off today? He can barely look me in the eye.
Really? I spoke to him this morning. He seemed okay.
You don't reckon he's seen another woman, do ya?
Huh? Another woman?
Some fragment of a memory, some glimpse of a murky recollection flutters around in the corners of my mind, just out of reach. Shinya and another woman. Something is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite formulate my thoughts.
Shinya isn't the type to cheat, though, so I don't know.
Cheating? No, Shinya wouldn't do that. He was always so nervous when he spoke to me about being pressured into sex. Oh, that's it. The memory that was flitting around the edges of my consciousness has come into the light. Shinya spoke to me hypothetically about being pressured into sex. He said Tomoe wasn't the one pressuring him, so who was he talking about? Is this something that I should talk to Tomoe about? If Shinya really is having a hard time and acting differently around Tomoe, then their relationship could really be in trouble. But is it even my place to say anything? Shinya spoke to me in confidence. He's my friend. But Tomoe is my friend too, and she seems genuinely worried about him. I take a deep breath. This is just office drama, like usual. Noriko would normally reject it all and ignore these people. She wouldn't give it a second thought. But that's unhealthy. Anxious, scared, weak Noriko. I don't want to be that girl anymore. I can be more than that. I'm improving day by day, and part of that improvement involves being more social. It's good for me, right? Shinya and Tomoe are my friends. People want their friends to be happy. That's normal. That's normal. That's normal, right? I think so. Therefore, I want them to be happy. Together. I swallow hard and speak my mind.
Tomoe, I think that Shinya may be involved with another woman.
What? Are you serious?
Listen though, it's not exactly how it sounds. He came to me a little while ago and asked what to do if someone pressured him into sex. I know that you're not the one he was referring to, so I think he may be in trouble. I think someone else might be forcing him to do something he doesn't want to do.
What the fuck? He spoke to you about it, but not me?
Tomoe, he seemed really depressed about it. I think he wanted to resolve the situation without having to worry you.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but who the hell is trying to seduce him?
I'm afraid I have no clue about that. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks for telling me this anyway. Now at least I know something's up with him.
It's obviously one of his superiors. It's that lady that fucked up his career.
I'm gonna speak to him. I'll make him cough up what's what.
Are you sure that's the best thing to do?
Yeah, cause I'll let him know that I'll take care of everything. If some bitch is putting the moves on my Shinya, I'll smack him into the ground.
Of course. I don't know why I ever doubted you.
Tomoe grins despite her obvious frustration and gives me a thumbs up.
Thanks, Skank. I'll keep you updated.
Okay, Good luck.
She spins on her heel and leaves me behind. I think I did the right thing. Surely Tomoe would get to the bottom of the situation. I watch as she wanders over to Shinya's desk. They exchange a few words that I can't hear from my position. Tomoe then leaves and Shinya sluggishly lowers his head to rest against his desk. Now that Tomoe has left the office, only a handful of stragglers remain on this floor, myself and Shinya included. I find myself watching Shinya for more than a few minutes. He doesn't seem to notice that my gaze is locked on him. A few more of my co-workers take their leave and an eerie quiet descends over the empty office floor. I remain in my chair, staring intently at Shinya's distraught face. We're the only ones still here. He doesn't show any signs of moving. It's kind of unnerving to see him like this. It's not like he's ever the peppiest or most energetic person I've ever met, but to see him so drained and motionless makes me feel uncomfortable. I owe it to my newest convictions to go and talk to Shinya. More than that, I owe it to him. I find myself striding towards his desk before my mind even registers that I'm moving.
Hey.
I'm slightly startled when he immediately looks up at me. The sudden movement is reminiscent of a corpse springing to life in a B-grade zombie film.
Oh, Noriko!
Not feeling well?
Not really. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here if I'm unwell. I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't sweat it.
I'll, take my leave then.
If he leaves now, I won't feel like I've done anything to help him. As awkward as it feels to pry into his personal affairs, I need to dig deeper if I'm going to try and help him feel better. But what should I even say? Aw, man. Alright, we're going to save. Because I'm worried that I'll mess it up. Although, I feel like just going, tell me what's wrong is the best option.
Tell me what's wrong.
I don't expect my blunt words to get through to him. I don't expect anything, really. I'm not used to confronting people about the shit that they're facing in their personal lives. I'm usually content to simply sit on the sidelines and watch.
No need to worry. I'll be okay.
He tries to smile, but his composure cracks under the weight of his blatant lie. I quickly try to piece together what I know about his current situation. Based on the slivers of information I've been drip-fed, I'm certain that someone has been sexually assaulting him. At the very least, someone has been trying to force him into doing something he doesn't want to do. I don't know who that person could be. It could be someone from the office, it could be someone in his private life. I'm confident that it's not Tomoe. Shinya isn't the kind of person to ever stand up for himself, and he's probably not the type of person to speak up when he's feeling down. But his recent composure reveals volumes about how he's truly feeling. Whatever the situation is, it's painfully obvious that Shinya is a victim. Whatever is happening in his life is not his fault, and he's too proud or stoic or embarrassed to seek help, even from his own girlfriend. If I don't put one foot forward and cut to the chase, chances are Shinya will never build up the courage to ask for help before it's too late.
Someone is sexually assaulting you, right?
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even flinch, which I have to give him credit for. This is a guy who couldn't keep from blushing the last time the word sex was mentioned around him.
Yes.
His calm response and even calmer demeanor divulges his inner turmoil.
I see.
I don't know what to say next. I see probably wasn't the best starting point, but I truly am at a loss for words. He confessed so readily, and I expected more resistance.
Can you tell me who it is?
I can't tell anyone. Not you. Not Tomoe. I can't even tell my father, and he's a detective. A powerful authority figure. There's nothing I can do. I'm trapped.
Trapped. It's a feeling I'm all too familiar with. It's a feeling shared by countless victims. Not that Shinya and I have ever gone through the same trauma. A part of me can't help but wonder if that feeling of helplessness is what flashes through the minds of my own victims. Actually, I don't have to wonder. I know it to be true. The realization makes me feel simultaneously queasy and satisfied.
What will happen if you tell someone?
I don't know. If the truth comes out, I could lose my job. I could lose Tomoe.
His job. Then it's someone we work with. Someone in this very office has been taking advantage of Shinya.
It's somebody here then.
I speak my thoughts aloud and he looks directly at me.
How?
You're worried you'll lose your job if you come forward. It's obvious. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound rude. If this person found out you came forward, you'd lose your job. Then it's someone in power. A manager. An exec.
Come on, lady, I figured this out like 2 episodes ago.
And that's why you can't tell me.
That's right.
I nod. I can see the predicament.
So, you don't have to say another word to me.
Huh?
It wouldn't be your fault if I stumbled upon someone assaulting you. It wouldn't be your fault if I was around to witness it.
Noriko,
A gleam of resolution sparkles from deep within Shinya's cloudy eyes. It's almost as if he's come up with a brilliant scheme, a scheme that I'm not so subtly planted within his mind. Shinya takes a deep breath before collecting his bag.
I'm taking the elevator up to the executive offices. Please don't follow me.
With that, he gently pushes past me and makes a beeline for the elevator. As the doors close behind him, and the familiar thrum of the elevator pans out around me, I stand still and close my eyes. I count to 100 in my head, giving Shinya a generous head start. And with that, we need to wrap this one up because we're out of time for this episode. But hopefully, we can help Shinya and Tomoe at least. You know, Tomoe is really starting to grow on me. And Shinya's not so bad either. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks again out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.